day and welcome to Game Plan for Life. As a part of this series, we bring you stories of athletes transitioning beyond their sporting careers. Today I'm delighted to introduce Klemen Kosi, a skiing professional who will share his inspiring journey. Klemen Kosi is a Slovenian alpine skier known for his resilience and determination. With over 130 World Cup starts, he has represented Slovenia at the 2014 Sochi Olympics and achieved career highlights like 7th place in Wengen and 10th place at the 2015 World Championships. Despite a severe crash in 2020 that sidelined him, Klemen financed his own comeback last year, proving his unwavering passion for the sport. A graduate in economics from the University of Maribor, Klemen exemplifies perseverance both on and off the slopes, inspiring athletes with his journey. At what point during your skiing career did you start thinking about life after sport? Was there a specific moment that made you realize this?
Thank you for this very nice and so many rememberings of this introduction also for me, and it's always good to remember nice stories and achievements from the past. But regarding the question, I would like to answer this way. Actually, I started skiing when I was very little, and so when I was growing, I was also becoming more and more professional in alpine skiing. So this was always my main goal for the career, for the future. So okay, of course, I want to live longer and like everyone, also after career to do something successful and to be good at, but I still didn't think like into the specifics. For example, what kind of role I would like to have after my sports career. So at the moment, yes, I am still active ski racer, and yeah, I managed to make this comeback. It took a while, it took a lot of resilience, like you mentioned, and I appreciate all of these compliments. Yeah, it's always when you are a ski racer or any kind of sportsman, you always focus on something, but the day takes like 24 hours, so normally you have time to do something beside, or at least to do something else in a day. You don't need always to have just fun when you are not doing sports, so you can do also something useful or efficient for your future.
You have a degree at Faculty of Economy and Business. Were there any challenges that you faced when you juggled sport and education, and how did you overcome them?
Yeah, this is a good question. I must say, when I'm looking other citizens, so not Slovenians, so people from abroad, they have different systems. For example, they are very well known in the United States, the college system, and there exists also in Austria and Germany and other nations where sportsmen can apply for some special sports schools like high schools, but it's different in Slovenia. So I visited like a normal gymnasium, and I must say I was lucky to be accepted there, because this was the only school that has a special class which was made for sportmen, and so the teachers and the whole school approach for this kind of students and sportsmen who do the school was very kind. So we didn't have to attend at school all the time, and we could have passing the exams in some other appointments, and wasn't necessary to join everything what was in the school schedule. So this was the advantage for us, for sportmen, and it was very similar also later on the faculty. So, but I would also like to clarify, when I had to choose which faculty I will join, I considered this. So my first thought was about the faculty of technology, but when I visited this school for the first time before I decided, I have realized that this will be not good enough to do my sports professionally enough. So then I had to change my mind, and I enrolled to faculty of economics and business, like you mentioned. So I was very happy to accept this decision, because on this faculty they are very kind to sportsmen and very understanding, and what is the most important, they already expected me to not attend any classes at the faculty. So there was very rare classes that I joined, and the ones that I joined, I was anyway too loud and without enough knowledge, just talking about so the point what I want to say is that I was happy to be able just to learn for the exams at home, to gain this material which I have to learn. I collected this through schoolmates or through professors or whatever. So when I collected this material, I have learned the topics, and then I just went to the school for the exam. And this is how I did my my high school and also my university, which I'm still active on, despite I'm not a student anymore. But yeah, this is the advantage which I can say it was for a sportman on the schools that I have visited.
You had a huge knee injury and surgery, and injuries can sometimes very quickly change your career and future plans. So what struggles did you face during that period, and what do you think that would help you then from education field or some other field?
Yeah, so this is another good question. Definitely the injuries you can never predict, and they come unexpectedly, and this is a bad thing that can happen to every sportsman, or maybe even someone else. So yeah, this was a huge impact on my career, but yeah, I'm happy to manage to overcome it, despite there were quite many difficulties which occur at this because of this injury and everything what happened. So the consequences were quite tough. So I have been kicked out of the national team, and because of the rehabilitation, which took a while. And this is the other point that I want to mention in this interview. So every time as a sportsman, you never have like a fixed salary or something. You always get, if you are successful, you can get some sponsorships, or you can maybe get some temporary employment, but this is everything temporary. You have to fight for this every year again and again. So you have to fulfill the norms, you have to make the criteria, you have to make the results that are good enough to be in the national team again, and this is what you cannot manage while you are injured anymore. So this happened to me, and then this was one of the bad consequences. I lost the income that I had at that time, and yeah, it's always a good idea to do school at the same time and to have not really like a plan B, because I'm not a fan of having a plan B, but it's good to have some stable income.
So, as you mentioned now, based on the situation, if you could go back, what would you do differently to make your career and finances more stable now?
Yes, so if I could do something differently, it would be for sure to search for the solution, how to be able to secure my funds, my funding, so the income that I was receiving, so that this income will not depend every year just on my success, but also to find maybe some passive income, or maybe to however invest this amount that you are sure no matter what happens. I mean, on the one hand, I wasn't silly and spending this money, so this is also how I managed to do this comeback. So luckily I had a little bit of backup at that time, but when this injury happened, it took me a lot of funding to cover all the expenses of the recovery, of surgery, of all the process afterwards. So when I was not supported by federation and other organizations as a sportsman, so yeah, this is definitely a good idea to be somehow prepared, or to actually to manage to get some stable, some passive, some fixed income, no matter what your results are. And yeah, there are different solutions. I mean, it depends on every individual. For example, I don't know, you can rent out the real estate, or you can make a good insurance policies, or whatever, you know. So there are solutions that exist, and which I will definitely do a little bit slightly differently than I did before. I did them, but I don't think they were optimal. So after this crash and everything, I started working for one insurance company, because I found this quite important for everyone. But later on, I also found other business opportunities more related to sport and sport equipment. So there are so many opportunities in life. You just should keep your eyes open, and when you are traveling the world and meeting other people and gaining knowledge and connections around the world, it's good to make some use out of it. And this is maybe what also younger sportsmen can consider, you know, because if you start considering at my age, it's not too late, but if you do it earlier, then it's you gain 10 years of advantage or something.
So my next question was actually, what advice would you give to younger athletes? But you already answered it, but maybe some other advices?
I must say I'm always answering on the next question, which is not coincidence, because I have read the questions before, but this was my mistake. So I have a lot of questions in my head, but I have also a lot of answers in my head. So There is no problem if you ask me 2 times or 3 times or 10 times the same question, because I can always surf with something new. So, okay, this is another good question which I have learned a lot knowledge of throughout my experiences. And yes, I don't know if I'm addressing only winter sportmen or what kind of sportmen, you know, but I know that sportmen normally don't have really good salary. So my advice for the younger generations would be definitely to find some topic or something that they can use it for a side, as a side hustle, or for earning additional income, and this might also help them in their sport endeavors, because being independent, being like successful not only at one thing, or feeling that you have some more knowledge than just sport abilities, is what makes you calmer, what makes you happier, even happier, and it can also influence on. It can also have positive influence on your sport. This is what I strictly believe. But it's not just about earning money. It's especially it's about earning knowledge, and I think it's a dumb thing to just focus on sport and do nothing else. So, for example, if you are just acquiring a new knowledge at the same time, like visiting school, this is definitely very helpful. Or if you are any kind of knowledge or skills acquiring at the same time while you are sportman or even professional sportman, or whatever job that you are doing, I think it's very good idea to do something else. And this would be maybe my biggest advice for younger generation, to not spend free time for nothing, or for scrolling, or I don't know. Of course, you are young, you must have fun. You are going to parties or whatever. You are watching movies, cinema, dating. But definitely, there is so much more in life than sport and this, and especially if you take a look in the future, like 10 years ahead, this is gonna help everyone so much.
Could you share examples of how qualities that you developed as an athlete could apply to another career or field?
Yes, I think I can answer this question as well, because I believe that as a sportman you gain qualities like resilience, like endurance, like perseverance, or being tough also mentally, you know. And I think these qualities you can use everywhere, you know. You don't need these qualities only for sport. Of course, you need for the sport way more than this, but for any kind of field that you are good at, you must have you have for sure some qualities. But these qualities doesn't help and work only for this field. You know, they can help everywhere. Like I mentioned before, I think as a ski racer, you're traveling around the world so much, you know. So this is in common with many other sports, you know. And then you see other cultures, and then you are growing culturally, then you are growing personally. You are meeting people that you didn't have opportunity before, and these kind of maybe some small things like this kind of knowledge which you cannot learn in school or in the books, but that you can learn through sport or through traveling or through any kind of communication. I think they are can be quite helpful and can be very, very constructive to use them and to keep them, and also to work on them, and to be aware of, especially to be aware of acquiring them during all this sport and other endeavors.
So with everything you've overcome, from injuries to financial obstacles, what do you hope to achieve in the remainder of your career, and what career or field you will pursue after skiing career?
This is the only question that I cannot give you exact answer, because like I said at the beginning, I like to have only a plan A, Of course I have some wishes or desires or ambitions, or how should I say, interest in other fields. I'm interested in innovations. I'm interested in sustainability. I'm interested in communication. I'm interested in presence on the TV or whatever. So I don't know exactly what I'm gonna be or what I want to be. This is even more funny, because I don't even know exactly what I want to be, because there are so many things that are interesting me, and the sure thing what I want is to make some good influence, to make some big influence on the environment, on maybe on the society, maybe I don't know, however, maybe on the future generations. I cannot tell you exactly how I would like to use all of these interests which I have, but for sure I know one thing: I want to do something big. I want to attend some big project. I want to make something worth, and this is what is pushing me forward, motivating me, and what is presenting for me a future that I want to go ahead.
And the last question, which is really similar to this, what legacy would you like to leave for Slovenian skiing, and what message would you share with young athletes who are facing similar challenges?
Yes, there are many athletes who are facing these challenges. Definitely, I'm not the only one who suffered maybe some injustices or whatever. There are so many sportmen, because sport is normally very brutal, and not many people are aware of this. And I think parents should be aware of this, that skiing is a very brutal sport. Also, other sports, I'm sure they are not easy, but definitely there are better sports regarding the financial opportunities than skiing. But anyway, my legacy, this is quite good question. I think so far I managed to leave some legacy, not only related to my achievements and results which I have achieved, but also with my presence there, with my advices to younger generations, with my encouragement to them, and with sharing the knowledge which I have. But definitely this knowledge is not always positive, so yeah, it's hard to say this, but for sure it's difficult to recommend someone to do this sport. But on the other hand, this sport can give you a lot, and this is the sport that made me the way I am now. And yeah, I would for sure love to leave also the legacy related to results, even more significant than it is at this moment. So this is what is motivating me to be active in sport.
Thank you, Klemen, for sharing your inspiring journey and for your time. Thank you.
Thank you, Zala.